Production.
What up? It's been a while. Let's talk about Hive digital technologies. Let's start off with the bearish point of view. So if we're talking about the bearish point of view, Hive has yet to make a higher high in quite some time. Okay, so if we look back to August 2022, the closest we come to coming back into this zone was July 2023, but we didn't quite break that high that we had here, right? So it's clear that there's a lot of resistance above in this name. You could drag this out a little further, right? You could even do something like this, this gap here. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that we cannot make a higher high. We can consecutively have been making lower highs, and that is a red flag from a technical perspective. Right now, the only reason why I say that is because there's other names, and you guys know a bunch of them if you've been watching my channel, that are performing better, that are printing higher highs and higher lows, that are uptrending, right? That are giving you better returns than Hive is right now, right? So that's just the bearish outlook, right? Here we could highlight it even further, right? This right here, there's another lower high. So here's the first lower high in July, right? Here's another lower high here. And then we have another lower high in this range, right around here. What we're looking at, I think what would confirm this continuing to downtrend is if this zone we're at right now. So if you look carefully, this zone right here was a major support essentially all of 2023, right? And even going into this year was acting as support until we broke below in April, right? So I think that right now is a pivotal point in the chart, because if this is going to be another lower high, it's going to be around this area potentially, or maybe even this area here. So we might get something like this, but if we can't break this previous lower high, then it could confirm that we might, continue the downtrend here. So this is the bearish perspective. If this happens, I would just stay away from Hive until, a better chart setup. We get above the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, and we start to gain more momentum. I would personally stay away if that's the case. Now, if we're talking about the bullish perspective, okay, because there's always a bullish and a bearish perspective, I think what we could be looking at is a potential double bottom here, right? So here we have this low that was made in March 2023, right? We can mark that area right there. And we've come back and revisited. This could be just a tweezer bottom play on the weekly time frame or monthly time frame even. And it could be, yeah, it does look a little bit better on a monthly time frame. But what we could be looking at essentially is just a tweezer bottom that's taken a long time to develop. And now that we have Ethereum and Bitcoin to the upside, which, Hive is a miner for both Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think that could be the bullish perspective we're looking at. Something to add to that would be the falling wedge pattern that's being developed here on Hive. Right, so here we have this falling wedge, and it's going right into this $3 area, which happens to be the tweezer bottom zone. So this could be the signal right now that it could be the bullish time for it to go long on it. So there's 2 points of view. Again, I don't own any Hive, but I do kind of. It's intriguing. The setup is intriguing, especially because I'm the type of person I like watching assets that have been going not downward, but you could argue that this is a accumulation phase right here, a sideways accumulation phase in this zone, and maybe it's just taking a little bit longer to play out than other crypto equities. So Hive Digital Technologies, definitely looking at it as a laggard play. If this bullish perspective does come through, what I'd be looking for personally is a breakout, maybe retest this area, consolidate. But again, this zone up here, it's very clear that this area is a major resistance. So it might just take a long time to, eat up all the shares at this level before we can see Hive, reach a $15 to $20 stock price, or maybe even $30 stock price that we were once seen in the previous cycle, right? So again, that's what we're looking at. Something like this to potentially happen, maybe even stall in this range for quite some time before we get a major move to the upside. That's what we'll be looking for on Hive, and I'll keep you guys updated as the days and weeks and months go by. Peace, guys.